Welcome back to Beyond Reality Podcast, where we explore the cutting edge of technology in rehabilitation. Today, we are diving deep into the intersection of AI and virtual reality in rehabilitation, an area that is rapidly evolving and redefining what is possible for patient recovery, clinician workflows, and healthcare outcomes. Joining me today is Claire Ashbourne, an expert in neuro rehabilitation technology, who has spent years studying how immersive technology can transform patient care. Claire, I'm really excited for this discussion because AI-powered VR isn't just a futuristic concept anymore. It's happening right now in clinics, hospitals, and research institutions worldwide.
Absolutely, Brianna. I think what's fascinating is that we're now at a point where AI-driven VR experiences can be adaptive, personalized, and incredibly intuitive, allowing clinicians to tailor therapy sessions to a degree never before possible. And what's even more exciting is that patients are seeing tangible, measurable improvements in ways that traditional rehabilitation methods simply couldn't achieve.
Right? And the data behind it is staggering. We're talking about improved neuroplasticity, patient engagement, and even reductions in therapy dropout rates because the technology is making rehabilitation more engaging and effective. So let's dive into how AI is shaping the landscape of virtual reality rehabilitation. Claire, let's start by breaking down how AI is integrated into VR rehabilitation. How exactly does AI enhance the VR experience for patients?
Great question. AI plays a crucial role in VR rehabilitation by making therapy sessions adaptive and data-driven. Essentially, AI algorithms analyze a patient's movements, behaviors, and responses in real time and then adjust the therapy dynamically. This means that instead of a fixed, one-size-fits-all approach, patients experience progressive difficulty levels that cater to their unique abilities and recovery stages. For example, in stroke rehabilitation, AI can track limb movement patterns, identify weaknesses, and adjust resistance levels or provide guided feedback in real time. The system might suggest additional hand movements if a patient is struggling with grip strength, or if they're progressing well, it might increase the challenge by introducing dual task exercises to enhance cognitive and motor skills simultaneously.
And that is such a game changer, Claire, because traditionally, therapists would manually adjust these challenges, which can be time-consuming and sometimes less precise. With AI, we are talking about automated real-time data analysis that allows for immediate adjustments, ensuring that the patient is always working at the optimal level of challenge. I was thinking about how AI-powered VR could be used to help traumatic brain injury patients regain motor function. Imagine an AI system monitoring gait patterns and postural control, then adjusting sensory feedback and resistance levels dynamically. If this kind of approach were widely implemented, we might see improvements in functional mobility that surpass traditional rehabilitation methods within the same time frame. That could be an incredible leap in effectiveness. And beyond that, AI-driven VR interventions might have the potential to help stroke survivors improve motor control more effectively than conventional therapy. If AI could analyze movement patterns in real time and generate highly personalized rehab plans, it's possible that patients could experience faster recovery times and better overall outcomes.
That's a fantastic thought process, Brianna, and it mirrors what we've actually seen in clinics using Neuro Rehab VR's Smart Therapy Complete solution. I recall a patient, Mark, a 52-year-old post-stroke survivor who had severe motor impairments. Traditional therapy was exhausting for him and progress was slow, but with AI-driven VR, he engaged in gamified therapy. And with AI, the therapists were able to track his progression and create soap notes from it. What's fascinating is that his therapy sessions became increasingly intuitive, and he felt more motivated because the system was constantly providing personalized feedback and making exercises more interactive. Within 12 weeks, his grip strength increased by 40%, and he regained partial movement in his left arm, something that typically takes longer with conventional therapy.
And that motivation is such a critical factor in rehabilitation. We often underestimate how much engagement and patient compliance impact recovery. That's why AI-powered VR is so effective. It creates a sense of intrinsic motivation by making therapy less monotonous and more immersive. An example of this is when someone loses mobility. It can feel like their body just isn't responding anymore. But AI-driven VR is changing that. Research papers like Towards Transforming Neurorehabilitation, the impact of artificial intelligence on diagnosis and treatment of neurological disorders, show that AI can analyze movement patterns and neural activity in real time, helping create the ideal conditions for neuroplasticity and recovery. Instead of a one-size-fits-all approach, AI adjusts therapy dynamically, like having a virtual therapist fine-tuning every movement. And the best part, By constantly adapting, this technology could help patients regain control in ways they never thought possible, making recovery feel less like a struggle and more like real progress. As you mentioned, one of the biggest innovations coming from Neuro Rehab VR is the use of AI automation for soap notes. Claire, can you break down how this technology is transforming clinician workflows?
Absolutely. One of the biggest challenges clinicians face is documentation time. With traditional methods, therapists spend hours each week writing and reviewing soap notes to track patient progress. Neuro Rehab VR has integrated AI-driven automation that generates accurate, detailed soap notes in real time based on patient performance data. The system captures biometric feedback, session progress, and AI-driven movement analysis to create comprehensive reports that reduce administrative burden. This allows clinicians to spend more time focusing on patient care rather than paperwork. Early trials show that AI-generated soap notes cut documentation time by up to 50%, which is a massive improvement for clinicians struggling with burnout.
That's such an important shift because reducing clinician burnout is just as critical as improving patient outcomes. If therapists can spend more time treating patients instead of doing paperwork, that's a win-win situation. Plus, AI-generated soap notes standardize reporting accuracy, ensuring that nothing is missed. Beyond rehabilitation, AI is making significant strides in various aspects of healthcare. It's fascinating to think about how these advancements could redefine patient care as we know it. AI has already transformed diagnostics, treatment planning, and even administrative workflows, but we're still only scratching the surface of its potential. Can you share insights into some of the upcoming AI-driven technologies that could shape the future of patient care? What are some of the most exciting developments on the horizon?
Well, one of the most anticipated innovations is AI-driven robotic rehabilitation. Companies are developing robotic exoskeletons that integrate AI to provide real-time feedback and adjust resistance levels based on patient performance. This is especially useful for spinal cord injury patients who need long-term rehabilitation. The AI ensures that every movement is optimized to maximize recovery potential. Another breakthrough in AI is predicting surgical complications before they even happen. Machine learning models can analyze vast amounts of patient data, identifying subtle risk factors that might go unnoticed by traditional assessments, as found in the study Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning in Prediction of Surgical Complications, Current State Applications and Implications. By leveraging AI, surgeons can anticipate complications like infections or delayed healing, allowing for earlier interventions and better patient outcomes. It's a huge step toward making surgery safer and more personalized.
That sounds revolutionary. The concept of AI-powered anticipating surgical complications is particularly intriguing because it brings a level of precision to patient care that was previously impossible. If doctors can predict various treatment strategies before applying them in real life, it could lead to better outcomes, fewer complications, and even shorter hospital stays. I imagine this could be especially impactful for complex conditions like cancer, where treatment plans often require careful adjustment over time. And regarding robotic rehabilitation, this is such a game changer for mobility impaired individuals. AI-driven exoskeletons don't just provide mechanical support, they actively learn and adapt to the patient's abilities, making therapy sessions far more effective. The potential to restore movement and independence for people with severe injuries or neurodegenerative diseases is incredible. Are there any other advancements in AI that are enhancing medical diagnostics? It seems like this is an area where AI has already made substantial progress, but I'd love to hear about the latest developments.
Yes, AI-powered early disease detection is advancing rapidly. For example, AI models trained on large data sets of retinal scans can now detect early signs of diabetic retinopathy, glaucoma, and macular degeneration with over 95% accuracy. This is helping ophthalmologists diagnose vision problems long before symptoms appear. Similarly, AI in cardiology is transforming how we detect heart disease. Algorithms analyzing ECG patterns can now predict heart attacks before symptoms even manifest, allowing for preemptive intervention. The British Heart Foundation is funding studies where AI has already reduced heart attack misdiagnosis rates by 20%.
That is remarkable progress. Early disease detection has always been one of the biggest challenges in healthcare, particularly for conditions that don't present obvious symptoms until they're in later stages. AI is shifting the paradigm by catching these diseases far earlier than traditional methods, giving patients a much better chance at effective treatment. For instance, in ophthalmology, being able to detect diabetic retinopathy before significant vision loss occurs could mean preventing blindness in thousands, if not millions of people. And in cardiology, the ability to predict heart attacks before they happen is nothing short of groundbreaking. If AI can identify subtle warning signs in ECG readings that a human might miss, it could save countless lives. And AI isn't just limited to hospitals, right? It's also being integrated into wearable technology for continuous patient monitoring. This seems like an area with immense potential, especially as more people take an interest in proactive healthcare.
Exactly. AI-driven health monitoring devices are changing how we approach preventative care. Smartwatches and biosensors now use AI to detect abnormal heart rhythms, early Parkinson's tremors, and even subtle changes in blood oxygen levels that may indicate respiratory illnesses. Devices like AI-powered sleep monitors are helping diagnose sleep apnea more accurately than ever before.
That's an exciting shift in healthcare, giving patients more control over their own well being through wearable AI. The beauty of this technology is that it doesn't just provide raw data, it interprets and contextualizes that data to give meaningful insights. Instead of waiting for an annual checkup or relying on subjective symptoms, people can receive continuous, real time health analysis that empowers them to take action sooner. Take heart health, for example. Many smartwatches today can already detect atrial fibrillation and irregular heart rhythms, notifying the user and even alerting emergency contacts if needed. That kind of instant feedback could prevent countless emergencies. And for neurodegenerative diseases like Parkinson's, catching early tremors through a wearable device could lead to earlier interventions that slow disease progression. What's particularly exciting is that these AI-driven technologies aren't just reactive, they're proactive. They're shifting healthcare from a model of treating illness to one of preventing it, which could ultimately reduce the burden on hospitals and improve long-term outcomes. Would you say that AI-driven monitoring is one of the most impactful areas in healthcare right now, or do you see even greater potential elsewhere?
AI-driven monitoring is undeniably one of the most impactful areas in modern healthcare, but I think its full potential is still unfolding. Right now, wearable devices and remote monitoring systems are already providing valuable real-time data, but imagine if we take this a step further, integrating AI into a seamless, automated healthcare ecosystem where patients, clinicians, and AI work together in perfect synchronization. One area where I see even greater potential is AI-assisted drug discovery. Traditionally, the development of new medications is a slow and expensive process, taking years, sometimes even decades, to bring a drug from initial research to market approval. AI is dramatically accelerating this process by analyzing vast amounts of biomedical data, identifying promising compounds, and predicting how they will interact with the human body. This could lead to faster development of life-saving medications, especially for rare diseases that have long been overlooked. Another groundbreaking application is AI-powered mental health support. AI-driven chatbots and virtual therapists are already being used to provide accessible, real-time mental health assistance. These tools can analyze speech patterns, facial expressions, and even typing behaviors to detect signs of depression, anxiety, or PTSD. While they don't replace human therapists, they offer an additional layer of support, making mental health care more available to those who might not have immediate access to a specialist. And let's not forget AI's role in personalized medicine. The ability to tailor treatments based on an individual's genetic makeup, lifestyle, and real-time health data is going to be a huge leap forward. AI will allow us to move away from the one-size-fits-all approach and instead deliver highly customized treatment plans that optimize each patient's response to therapy. So, while AI-driven monitoring is already transforming healthcare, I truly believe that its greatest impact is yet to come. We're heading toward a future where AI isn't just an assistant. It's an integral part of how we diagnose, treat, and even prevent diseases on a global scale.
Thank you so much for the detailed information, Claire. So, looking ahead, how do you see AI-powered VR evolving in rehabilitation? What's the next frontier?
I believe we're heading towards fully automated AI-assisted rehabilitation platforms where patients receive therapy independent of clinician intervention, but with constant AI-driven monitoring. This could revolutionize telerehabilitation, making therapy accessible even to patients in rural areas or those with mobility constraints. And to support this, an article on Healthcare IT News talked about how AI enhances telemedicine by assisting in patient triage, helping individuals determine the appropriate level of care they need. This ensures that patients are directed to the right resources promptly, improving access to care and optimizing healthcare delivery. Additionally, AI can support healthcare providers by managing extensive documentation tasks, allowing them to focus more on patient interaction during virtual consultations. This synergy between telehealth and AI not only streamlines processes, but also enhances the overall patient experience. Imagine a scenario where a patient logs into a VR headset at home and the AI assesses their motor function, balance, and cognitive state before initiating a personalized session. The AI could then communicate data back to a clinician, allowing them to monitor progress remotely. This is where the integration of AI, VR, and remote patient monitoring will completely redefine rehabilitation.
That is such an exciting prospect because accessibility is one of the biggest challenges in rehab today. If AI powered VR can bridge the gap in healthcare disparities and bring high quality rehabilitation to anyone, anywhere, we're not just improving therapy, we're transforming lives at scale. Claire, this has been such an insightful discussion. AI powered VR is redefining rehabilitation, making it more efficient, engaging, and personalized than ever before.
Absolutely, Brie. And the best part is, we are only scratching the surface of what's possible. As AI technology advances, we'll see even more sophisticated therapy models that could change the future of patient care.
And for those listening, stay tuned to Beyond Reality Podcast. Until next time, take care, stay curious, and don't forget to explore the future of rehab with Smart Therapy Complete Solution. With AI automation streamlining therapy documentation and enhancing patient outcomes, you can see it in action by trying our demo in real time. See for yourself how innovation is shaping the future of rehabilitation.